Recently, I went viral teaching one of my students my techniques. Here at the Anthony Davis Fighting School, we teach you a myriad of techniques. Bad foot placement, bad thigh placement, bad groin placement, bad back placement, the patented sneak attack. It's really easy to hit somebody every time, but to miss somebody every time, masterclass.
The camera's over here.
Join me at the Anthony Davis Fighting School.
Thank you, Anthony Davis Boxing School. My right cross never used to connect, but now,
I knew it was coming. That's why I had to preempt it in several videos I did. John Fury has now come out and said that Muhammad Ali fought a wrestler back in his day when he was lineal champion. So what's the problem with Tyson doing it? Oh, John, you know that Muhammad Ali had that fight against the wrestler when he'd already beaten everybody in the division, just about. When he'd beaten George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, Sonny Liston, Ron Lyle, Jimmy Young. You know this, John. Tyson is doing it when he hasn't beaten Alexander Usyk, when he hasn't beaten all the top contenders. There's a world of difference between doing it at the end of your career when you've already cleaned out the division and you're already undisputed, and then doing it instead of taking the fights you're supposed to be taking. But John Fury's here, as usual, conning the fans. John is like some type of lying machine. He just churns out lies off a conveyor belt that is his tongue. It's unbelievable what John Fury does. So here he's saying that no one will fight the kid about his son, right? No one will fight him. Frank Warren is saying the same nonsense. He's been up on TalkSport spewing absolute sewage out of his mouth. What about Frank Sanchez? He said that he was up for the Tyson Fury fight at a moment's notice. He's not going to be expensive, so on and so forth. Why is he not fighting Frank Sanchez? Let's have a look at the WBC rankings right now. So Deontay Wilder, I don't know why he's number one in the WBC rankings, but there you go. Him, Ruiz, and AJ are apparently unavailable at the moment. Well, AJ is. He's got a fight scheduled. Number 4 is Frank Sanchez. Now, have a look at this, Mr. John Fury and Mr. Frank Warren. Frank Sanchez to Tyson Fury. Shut up and defend your title. I'm ready at a moment's notice. May 24th, 2023. He gave you plenty of notice to make that fight. The number 4 ranked contender in the world, unbeaten Frank Sanchez. You could have had a voluntary defense against him, but instead you're fighting someone who's never had a boxing match before. Are you trying to tell me that fighting Francis Ngannou is more dangerous and more credible than fighting Frank Sanchez? You're having a laugh. Not only Frank Sanchez, but Ben Shalom put his heavyweight forward, Martin Bakole, to fight Tyson Fury last month, June 19th. Could have fought Martin Bakole instead. And both of these guys, Martin Bakole and Frank Sanchez, would make mincemeat of Francis Ngannou in a boxing ring. Furthermore, there's also Arslanbek Makhmudov, number 5. He's in between Frank Sanchez and Martin Bakole. He just fought. He'd be ready by October, surely. So all you have to do is go down in the rankings beneath the people that are not available, and you quickly find people who are available to fight. So when anyone in Team Fury says that there's no one for Tyson Fury to fight, I mean, John Fury's gaslighting is incredible in this interview. He's saying that, look, so what should Tyson do? Sit on his arms to please the public? No. You're gaslighting, John. No one's saying that Tyson Fury should sit on his arms. We're saying the opposite. We're saying he should fight the highest ranked available contenders. And I've just pointed out who those guys are. So don't try and con the fans. We know what's going on. Furthermore, have a look at this, guys, right? I've shown this article before. January 2023. Look at this TalkSport article. UFC champion Francis Ngannou is a bigger threat to Tyson Fury than Alexander Usyk, says John Fury. Now, why would John Fury, back in January this year, when the negotiations were ongoing between Usyk and Fury, why would John Fury come out and randomly say Ngannou is more of a threat than Usyk is? They were laying the groundwork for this Ngannou fight right from the very start, and they had no intention of going through with the Usyk fight. That's why he was saying this back in January when they were apparently negotiating for the, well, they were negotiating, but one side, obviously Team Fury, had no intention of the negotiations going anywhere. It's not rocket science. Man was laying the groundwork for this nonsense that we're seeing right now. And I think during the summertime, they're looking for somebody in the Middle East to put the fight on, trying to get the money together, but also there may have been an element of allowing the smoke to clear, allowing the outrage that he didn't fight Usyk to disperse before going ahead with fighting Ngannou. But the outrage hasn't dispersed. It's only intensified. So they've had to go ahead and do the fight anyway. And now they're in propaganda overdrive, just lying and lying and lying and lying. Frank Warren, he's going to give himself an aneurysm the amount of times he's up in the TalkSport studio now on damage limitation. It's just unbelievable with these guys. And some of these guys on TalkSport, they might be well-intentioned, but they don't have the boxing knowledge to actually retort what Frank Warren is saying. Oh, there's nobody to fight. Just bring up the WBC rankings and name the people I just showed you. Frank Sanchez, Arslanbek Makhmudov, Martin Bakole. They are two guys who have publicly stated that they'll be available to fight Tyson Fury, and the other one, Makhmudov, you can make inquiries. So again, anyone trying to say there's no one for Tyson Fury to fight is lying. And Frank Warren and John Fury have also been saying that Tyson Fury is the best of his generation. How has he proved that? You at least have to become undisputed before you can start talking about best of his generation. There are so many people that Tyson Fury hasn't fought. Never fought Andy Ruiz, never fought AJ, never fought Frank Sanchez, never fought Makhmudov, never fought Bakole, never fought Jared Anderson, never fought Joe Joyce. Well, forget about Joe Parker, he's not going to fight him.
Recently, I went viral teaching one of my students my techniques. Here at the Anthony Davis Fighting School, we teach you a myriad of techniques. Bad foot placement, bad thigh placement, bad groin placement, bad back placement, the patented sneak attack. It's really easy to hit somebody every time, but to miss somebody every time, masterclass.
The camera's over here.
Join me at the Anthony Davis Fighting School.
Thank you, Anthony Davis Boxing School. My right cross never used to connect, but now